You likely won't be going to luncheon in this, but you could if you wanted to. But generally, you're going to be ending in either snow or seaside. So yeah, they're off. Cap Kingdom's going to be basically any percent. The only things that can really change in Cap are getting the life up part and the checkpoint at the top of this top hat tower. Both of them at the top of the top hat tower. But yeah, let's take a look at this board. So the first things that I'm noticing are going to be the Snow Seaside goals. There's 15 regional coins from Snow in row 1 and Captain Toad and Seaside in row 2. Uncork 3 Fountains Seaside in row 3. And 20 regional coins in Snow in row 4. And does that... I think that leaves one route that doesn't go to Snow or Seaside. And that would be ideal. However, it does have World Peace Metro in it, which is a really long objective, and it essentially equates to going to Snow or Seaside. So it's going to be a long one. But these runners could handle this in any majority of different ways. I don't see any life up parts on this board, so top hat tower is going to be completely any percent. Just get through the tower as fast as possible. Somedas an early lead, but of course could change at any instant. The interesting thing about this board is the Snow and Seaside objectives are pretty equivalent. They're not they're both going to take a fair amount of time. 20 regional coins from Snow will require you to go into Barrier Moon. And Seaside, the 3 Uncork 3 Fountains will also take a good amount of time. So no direct advantage from going to either kingdom, I don't see. I always look for Snow first, just because as a kingdom I prefer Snow to Seaside. But let's keep looking. What else is there? Row 1 looks like a pretty tempting row, but then you're going to be going to Snow, so don't want to have any Seaside goals in your route in that case. Somedas getting a 224 cap, pretty respectable, as not too far behind with the 229. Sub 230 is always really good for bingo, so good job to them. And keep in mind, these runners are only now seeing the board for the first time. At maximum, they saw this board about 10 seconds before the race started. And that's assuming they were off the race time page and looking at the board, not their timers, which is unlikely. So they've only been routing for caps. They are just tons of stuff going through their head as they're going through the Cascade Kingdom. And they kind of have to decide on a route that they're going for, basically by Madam Brutal. That way they know what they're going for. For example, the timer challenges, getting the 2 in Cascade is almost essential to completing a board quickly if you're going to have a 5 or more timer challenge goal. So they got to decide what they're doing by the end of Madam Brutal so they can do that really quickly. Agron, mentioning in chat that his first reaction is row 1, column 3, and top left, bottom right. That does have a cat backtrack, which isn't that tempting. However, it will help out with the 95 moons in the bottom right a little bit. And it does couple the 15 and 20 regionals in Snow, which isn't too bad. And going to Snow will also help you out with some relatively quick moons in Shiveria and the purchase 5 moons goal, because their Snow shop is pretty quick. Yeah, the rest of that route really doesn't look that unappealing, other than the 7 moons from 8-bit sections, so not too opposed to that. Could potentially see a column 5 with that instead of... oh wait, no, you're going to be going to cap either way. Yeah, this is a tough board to route, but I do like that route from Agron. All of the routes that I'm seeing generally involve 6 moons from Shamoon Shards or 7 moons from 8-bit sections. And of those two, I'd probably choose the 8-bit sections very slightly. So that's why I'm leaning towards Aggron. One with shards would probably be row 1, column 2, and then potentially either column 2 or row 4. So actually, King Video Gamer in chat suggesting the exact same thing. And now Az making his way up to the 2D section, so potentially thinking similarly. Good stuff. Oh, I think Somedas actually had the same reaction and took a dive, unfortunately. Hate to see it, but sometimes happens. Oh no, I think, did the same thing just happen twice? That's... Cappy can be a real pain homing in on the cloud sometimes. That's really unfortunate. That's going to lose about 40 seconds total, so pretty large deficit. But now Az making his way over for some timer challenges and some extra moons, so this could help both the 5 timer challenges goal and the 95 moons total. It happened again? No way. I think you just got to take it a little bit slower. So yeah, Az getting both of the timer challenges in Cascade. Looking like he's trying to go for a neat little trick where you get a moon after activating the timer challenge, but deciding against it. Yeah, gonna go... Not gonna get any extra moons actually, other than the timer challenges. So, interesting stuff. But both globing at about the same time. Somedas looks like he skipped the 2 timer challenge moons. So hopefully he doesn't end up having to get 5, because in that case he'd probably have to get Peace in one of the kingdoms or get the Seaside timer challenge. Or make a revisit to either the Cascade. So Sand, lots of stuff could happen in Sand. We got the 24 moons in Sand, called Jaxie from 2 stands, 2 moons from sub areas, plenty to keep track of. Also the 20 captures. Although neither of them got the big chomp, which is a really quick one, so not inclined to think that's one of their primary objectives. Also 2 8-bit moons, one in the inverted pyramid and one in the central tower. Oh, that might barely work for DSTA, but I'm not entirely sure. He planted the seed just before the 8-minute mark, and I'm not entirely certain how soon before the 15-second countdown in the race time room he did, but there's a low chance this could work for him. It doesn't look like it did, unfortunately. But we'll see if he tries to go for it anyway. I could have seen wrong. Looks like he's going for it. Yeah, it didn't quite work out. It was probably just a few seconds too late. Unfortunate, but not going to lose too much time. Just around the 6-7 seconds to go into the menu and then also get the moon a little bit later. Nothing too bad. Somedas probably going for the purchase 5 moon square in the center of the second row. Now, Az could be thinking about a 24 moons in Sand, since he's getting a lot of the any percent moons in Sand. So he could be going for a few extras and getting all of them, including the DSTA moon. Or he could just be going for a really quick Sand Kingdom, trying to get out as quickly as possible. Hard to say. But we'll see. He's probably going to go into the round tower for the 2D moon. Somedas doing a nice reverse town route, getting the shot moon and the getting a lot of the fast any percent moons as well, but in a little bit different order from the original route. Oh no, so close. Almost getting the bullet bill bounce. Yeah, don't play it risky. Just take the platforms at this point. Alright. As making it over to the 2D moon, almost getting the 2D jump, but just a little bit too slow. Not going to lose too much time since he didn't have to wait any extra platform cycles. And going for the tower moon now. The tower story moon now. So, going to give him a little bit of time to kind of think where he's going next, if he doesn't know already, and we'll have to wait for this cutscene, but not too slow of a moon, especially if you're going up top for the 2D moon. I'd expect Somedas to do something similar since he also collected the 2D moon in Cascade. Yep, looks like he's going for the tower now, and Az dropping down for the crate moon and the bullet bill. I'm a little curious why what Rowdy's doing now though, because he will have 16 moons pretty quickly. Could just be getting some extra ones as well for 95 total since he got a few extra in Cascade potentially. But after this, he's going to be at 15 out of the 16 required to leave sand. And here's Jaxie. Working his way over to this portion of Sand Kingdom, so probably just changing up a traditional 24 moons route for Dark Side No Revisits, and notably not calling Jaxie from any stands. So probably definitely not going for that square since he passed by two really quick ones on the way over here. But Somedas getting 2 moons from sub areas here, and Az only a little bit behind, but also having a few more moons. And now Somedas heading over to the luggage moon. And Az rolling his way over to the inverted pyramid. So, and same with Somedas actually. Okay, interesting. Probably going for the 8-bit moon inside of here. Both of them doing IP clip at the same time. Somedas getting a little bit early. Come on, Az, you gotta show the power of backflip IP clip. I'm not sure whether Somedas did ground pounder backflip, but both getting it in pretty good time. Okay, Neo, I didn't notice, and I'm sad now. But anyway, Az taking a death at the beginning of the inverted pyramid. Has 3 extra moons. Somedas can just warp out after his 8-bit moon collection here. But Az might do the same, but hard to say at this point. Nope, heading to the round tower. That's been a pretty common warp spot for Somedas in this race. Warped there twice already. Now getting the story moon. So here's the 8-bit for Az. And not warping yet. So could be getting the rest of the moons in the inverted pyramid and defeating Harriet for the 24 moons. Potentially. This chest will also get him some coins, so that'll help out if he's purchasing some costume sets as well. So now fighting Harriet. Not the most conventional decision. When you're getting, I don't see any particular reason to fight Harriet on this card, other than potentially to get 24 moons in sand. But choosing to do it anyway, definitely not the worst decision. Harriet's a pretty quick boss fight, and the only thing really bad about fighting her is the long cutscene afterwards. And Somedas getting 22 of his moons in sand so far, and just going to make his way over to the Oasis for his last couple. But Az marking off the 24 moons in sand goal, and that'll be his 24 right here with the multi-moon. Somedas will be following in quick suit with this 24th moon. But getting some extra, actually. Not quite getting the single throw strat, but pretty clean notes overall. But both of them globing. I think Az will technically be leaving slightly before Somedas, just because, oh yeah, slightly, very slightly. Just because Somedas has to watch the cutscene for the brutal ship leaving, and Az doesn't since he defeated Harriet, but wow, this is really synced. Oh, BP 31 moons, let's go. Let's go, Az. Definitely my commentator favorite, just because he had 31 moons at some point. And no reason to go wooded first on this card, and both of them backtracking to cap instantly. Wow. Interesting decision. So, presumably, the main reason they're going to cap is for the 2 sub-area moons. Curious, both of them rolling. Wow, okay. Perhaps both going for the shard sub-area? And actually they could purchase a moon here. Somedas did purchase one. Okay, so yeah, Somedas is going to be purchasing a moon. But Az skipping it. And going into my favorite sub-area cap, shards in the frog room. Cappy not homing back in for Az, for whatever reason. Both doing a ground pound down throw to get that moon shard in the cubby. And Somedas only a little bit behind of Az at this point in the sub area, but does have to wait for the moon to spawn, and Az can just leave. Going to be at 33 moons now, and Somedas will be the same. So tied in moon count, and Az just a little bit ahead in kingdom progression. So now off to late kingdom, neither of them choosing to go wooded first. No real reason to for the warp paintings or hint arts on this board, so definitely makes sense to do Lake. And assuming they are both going for the 95 moon goal, there are some pretty quick extras in Lake. So could see some extra ones here, or could just see any percent. Hard to say, because they have gotten quite a few extra with Sand and Lake right now. Both of them getting some regionals just right off the bat. And Somedas actually capturing the binoculars. Okay, so definitely going for the 20 capture square. At this point, he's probably decided upon his route. There's no... It's a little bit too late to change, so... Az struggling a little bit to get on top of this platform here, but eventually making it and grabbing the checkpoint. Likely gonna warp here later. Ah, yes, timer challenges, that's why. Okay. And Somedas going for Lake Clip. Clean clip. And there it is, nice. Nicely done. Only getting one fake clip for a real time loss there. And Az is cleaning up Rango now. Yeah, so for the rest of Lake, Az will probably be getting the timer challenges, and both of them should be getting the 8-bit moon unless they've since changed their route, because they've gotten both of the ones in Sand, one of them in Cascade, excuse me, and they're going to need all the rest of them unless they're going to Seaside at the end of this. There are 8-bit moons by Metro Kingdom, and in Seaside there's 3 more. But yeah, here Somedas entering the 8-bit section right now. And Az dropping down to Dory on his way to the 8-bit pipe. Both of them still collecting a good amount of regionals. Yep, and marking the 15 regional coins in Lake Square, so definitely on both of their routes. Somedas ending out his lake with a shot moon, and Az probably going to be getting this timer challenge and warping to the Odyssey. So far, they have marked all of the same squares, but the main differentiations are going to be the timer challenges for... Oh wait, Az actually not getting the second timer challenge, so in order for him to get his last 2, he's going to need to get either any 2 of the Seaside, Metro, and Deep Woods timer challenges. So still very synchronized overall for this match, and also both tied in moon count, I think, 41 and 41, yeah, so still a really, really close match. No one really has a clear edge currently, although Somedas is probably... Actually, he could be doing either row 2 or column 3 with the purchase 5 moons. It's basically impossible to say. So Somedas currently sitting at 3 purchase moons, Az at 3 timer challenges, and both of them at 4 8-bit moons. So, yeah. Alright, Az starting out with some purple collection. Making his way over for the 9 quick ones behind the shop area, and Somedas doing the same, as well as some Deep Woods moons. I mean, sorry, the ones by the Deep Woods entry. Az going for Nut Clip, and that should work. And looks like he's going for the any percent strat rather than gate skip. Having a couple of fails, but as long as he doesn't go back inbounds or fall into deep woods, it shouldn't be that big of a deal. Oh, okay. Well, purposefully going back inbounds, that definitely wasn't an accident. He could get some purple coins out here, but doesn't look like he's going to do that. Alright, so there's 3 of them, but not getting the 7 over by the over to his left, and oh, that's not going to make it. Yeah, struggling a lot with the nut clip movement, unfortunately. So that's going to lose quite a bit of the time. And Somedas buying his first outfit on the other end. So that'll be 1 of 6. You can get, by Metro Kingdom, you can get 4 yellow coin outfits, but you need 800 coins. So 1,300 is a pretty good amount to get out of an entire bingo tournament with purchase 5 moons and buying 4 yellow coin outfits. However, definitely feasible with the Luigi hint arts and a few coin stacks. And Somedas has gotten quite a few of those along the way, so probably not going to be too worried about that so far. And actually, now that I think about it, 4 of his 5 purchase moves are already out of the way, so he only needs 700 more at this point. So now, as collecting the 8-bit moon and making his way through a more any percent style, back towards a more any percent style of wooded route, and neither of them going into deep woods yet. Now, as going through the red maze for the 4 purple coins at the end. Oh wow! Even skipping one, he must be really confident in his purple coin routing, because skipping even 1 is pretty risky when you have to go for 60. But now Somedas entering the 8-bit pipe himself. This will be his 5th 8-bit moon. Yeah, I'm curious. Especially Az could have afforded to go into the deep woods for the timer challenge, but there's still the one in Metro. He could still go in the deep woods. That's definitely a possibility. Although generally, most runners will get that out of the way early into the kingdom. So it's still an option he could go in there. But there's also still the Seaside and Metro timer challenges that I mentioned earlier, if he chooses to get those. So now Somedas entering the red maze and doing a similar route to Az. Oh, wow. That was close. 31 purples, let's go. And instead of going through the red maze with the up route, actually going back through the end and collecting them with some up throws. I really don't know which of those strats is faster. I guess going through with the up route. I've kind of changed my tune on that. I used to think it would definitely be going through the back, but it's pretty hard to say actually. But anyway, now Az entering the round tower in wooded. And likely going to be fighting Spear after this, since he does have the... If he's just going for 16 moons in wooded, he can just... Oh wait, nope. Well, I'm going to be eating my words. He does still have the 3 moons by the Odyssey to get if he so chooses. And Somedas playing it really safe with Flower Road skip, not even choosing to kill the piranha. And ooh, a little bit sketchy, but getting it done. is Az okay on purple coins? I don't think he's going to get enough here, actually. He didn't buy an outfit, so this 43 is all he's got. He's going to have 50. Where are there more? There's 3 in the pipe. He didn't get 6 relatively close to the Odyssey. He didn't get 8 relatively close to the Odyssey, but that's still, that'll meet his total. Okay. Alright, there's the 3 in pipeway. And now Somedas should be perfectly fine in terms of purple coins. He's at 43 currently, and there's quite a few around the flooded pipeway area. But yeah, Az going back in bounds probably should have decided to get the 7 purple coins over there, because then he'd be perfectly at the at his requirement. But you live and you learn. He still can make it work with the rest of this, assuming he's going for the 60. So there, Az also buying an outfit, and oh wait, they both put on the outfit. I just completely skip by the fact they both put on one of their outfits. So they are going to be going into Deep Woods just a little bit later. So completely missed that. My bad. Or they could just be deciding to put on the Explorer outfit for no reason, which seems unlikely, but I guess it's possible. Nope, here he goes. So it looks like row 4 is definitely going to be a lock for both of these guys, since they've gotten practically all of the goals in that line. Outfit door wooded will be gotten shortly. They've been going for the 7 moons and 8-bit sections, and clearly they've marked 15 regionals in lake and 2 moons from sub areas and stand. So yeah, Somedas is done with his regional coins, and both of them in Deep Woods again. They're looking really, really similar in routing right now. Like if there weren't such a discrepancy in the purchase moons, I think they were doing the same route. But that's the only thing that's kind of leaning me towards thinking Az might be doing row 1 and Somedas might be doing column 2 instead. Or wait, no, they're both probably doing row 1, row 4, but Az may be doing top left, bottom right. Top left, bottom right. That's it. Okay. Why is Somedas getting extra moons then? I'm clearly missing something in their routes. Oh, Somedas isn't doing. Okay, that clears it up. Somedas isn't doing row 1. He's just doing column 3, row 4, top left, bottom right. Okay, that took me a little bit too long to figure out, but it's okay. We got there. So here is Az's 4th timer challenge moon, and both of them marking off the 20 moons from Wooded. And the outfit door. Now with Somedas exiting. Somedas choosing an exit that puts him out a little bit closer to the shop, but not even opting to go there. Probably just taking the quicker exit, and they're practically still synced. What the heck? This is ridiculous, dude. How much is their route going to differ from here on out? They're both going to get the 5th timer challenge. Won't lose any time for Az. Purchasing 5 hats. It will not lose any time. Okay, no. That'll lose a little bit of time for Az because Somedas is not actually purchasing costume sets. Okay. Let me switch over to Somedas' audio. But they're both still practically even in Mooncat. I think they're 1 apart, but still, that's gonna be a negligible difference. Dude, this is super close. Somedas only needs to purchase 1 more moon. He probably will not want to go out of his way in Lost to get it, although even going out of his way in Lost will kind of line up with the 7 8-bit sections. Jeez, dude, this is so close. Both making good work of Cloud Bowser. Oh wait, actually, Somedas needs to go up top anyway for the 3 checkpoints. I missed that, so that'll lose him a little bit of time in Lost. But again, it couples well with the moons from 8-bit section and the shot moon, so not the worst thing in the world. But pretty clean Bowser fights on both ends. Dude, they're literally within 3 seconds of each other right now. This is ridiculous. And they're doing like the same movement too. As skipping a cap throw, that'll save a little bit of time. It's funny, I need to comment on that just because it's so, even though it's so minuscule. But now, here's where their routes are going to diverge. Somedas does need the 3 checkpoints in Lost, so probably going to be exiting the kingdom a little bit after Somedas. Why is it getting captures, actually? He does the moons from Moon Charms. He definitely does not want to be getting those if he's going for column 3, and he really doesn't want to go for World Peace Metros. So hopefully he's just getting them instinctually, just in case he decides to switch routes. But there's his 5th purchase. He can mark that goal now. Probably going to do it at the end of the kingdom. He can afford to skip this after missing the butterfly, but choosing to wait for it nonetheless. Not a bad choice. But now going for his 6th 8-bit moon. Az probably going to be ending there after Stone Cage. But now taking the Death Warp. Wait, did he not get the checkpoint? Oh, he forgot to get the checkpoint. Oh, no. This is concerning me. Why, Somedas, you need the checkpoints in Lost. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to do column 3. But now Az just needs to Death Warp back to the Odyssey, and that'll clean up Lost for him. Yeah, being completely honest, I'm a little bit concerned about Somedas' routing choices here. Not getting the checkpoints is going to be really detrimental. And also choosing to get some extra moons, which is also going to cost some time because Az only needs 2 extra in Metro, which are really quick. Oh my god, what was that dive? What was that? That made absolutely no sense. Okay. But, oh well, just opting to go back to the Odyssey now, knowing he doesn't need that many extra moons, but he didn't get all the checkpoints. Alright, well, hopefully they don't end up being in his route, but that would mean he's got to get a lot of stuff in Metro. I'd say this is, just because of that one thing, I'd say Az has this completely. Oh wait, does he realize? You can't back out of the... taking a lot of captures. That normally indicates realizing they made a mistake. Hopefully, he realizes he'll have to backtrack to Lost, but like that's gonna lose a whole bunch of time. But now, as working his way through an any percent Metro, I think. Just needs 2 extra moons, and he's probably going to get those in Snow. Snow, really quick moons, so... Really quick moons, assuming you're not getting any, so... Might as well just get at least 1 there, and then maybe get the 8-bit moon in Metro as an extra one. But Somedas not backtracking to Lost, not yet at least. And oh, taking an unfortunate bonk on the way to the Girder Sandwich Moon. Dude, this is not looking good for Somedas right now. And I feel like Somedas really does have to backtrack somewhere. The only shardsman he's gotten is the one in Cap, I'm pretty sure. And there's 3 in Metro, granted, but he didn't get the one in Lake, or at least I missed it. He did not get the one in Lost, and he most definitely didn't get the one in Wooded. So I don't know at all what he's going for, because he's still getting the captures. I mean, he could be going for World Peace Metro, but he'd still need the 3 checkpoints in Lost for that. I'm at a loss. Yeah, so hopefully he's going to make a revisit to Lost after he completes Metro. That's the most logical course of action at this point, but that's going to still lose a whole bunch of time. And Az now finishing up Mecha Wiggler, and Somedas now starting, so Az probably about a minute ahead. And that's without the revisit necessary. Az does have to purchase his hats, and that's really about it. Other than that, he's practically has the same route as Somedas, so not looking good. But here's Day Metro. Az will have to get the notes in the private moon for his 7th 8-bit moon. Likely going to do that towards the beginning of the kingdom, or changing tune really quick. Somedas. Okay, good. Not getting a 3 cycle. That would have really hurt his case. Okay, so back to Az. Not starting out directly with the notes in the private room, but instead going for the shop, actually. He does have enough coins for the 5 hats. Okay. He already got 1 with the Explorer outfit, and now he can get the rest of them. Okay. So 4 outfits are available by Metro, so here's his 3rd, and the Crazy Cap shop will be his 4th. And marking off the goal already on the bingo sheet. And doesn't have enough coins for the moon, unfortunately. So we'll have to get either, well, putting on a cap by accident. That's a pretty interesting looking outfit, to say the least. But he will need 1 more moon in Metro in order to leave, and he could get an extra as well for his 2. Since he's at 73 moons, he needs 20 to exit the kingdom, and he needs 2 more on top of that. I'm not being coherent right now, I apologize. Oh, Somedas struggling with Scoot Clip. Okay, there it is. So now Az working his way over to the private room. And Somedas capturing the sewer lid, definitely going out of his way for all the captures. And unless I've really miscounted, I don't know what shards moons he's gotten, and he needs 3, and he hasn't gotten any extras. So could we be seeing a Metro piece from Somedas? I'm very confused, to say the least. But now Somedas continuing with a shop bullet building route for any percent. And also marking off his 5th purchase. I'm pretty sure he actually got 6, but could have miscounted that. Either way, he's definitely gotten 5, so good on that. But capturing the taxi and now going to make his way into the private room. There is Az's 5th timer challenge. Oh, that was really close to bonking. Good save. Now probably just going to finish up Metro by getting the musicians. And the musicians from the musicians any percent route. So here's the drummer, and just needs to get 1 more moon left to leave, but we'll probably get the Wreckage Moon and the bassist. That way he's sitting at 94, leaving him 2 good. Empty City Hall, let's go. So there's the Wreckage Moon, and here is the bassist. Or wait, nope, not even grabbing the bassist, just gonna head out. No OTEP today, unfortunate. So Az going to be heading out of Metro with 93 moons. So all he's got to do in Snow is get 20 purples and 2 moons. So gonna be done pretty shortly. And Neo pointing out in chat that Somedas could have just mixed up 20 captures and 3 checkpoints lost, since he's been going very out of his way for the captures and didn't get the lost checkpoints. That seems like a pretty likely scenario, since considering he has so many lines going for him right now, but doesn't seem to be quite in the position to finish the last one. So yeah, hopefully he realizes that, I guess. But now we're going to be at 94 moons, exiting Metro. Only needs 1 in Snow, but Az should have this, assuming he keeps it together in Snow. Making his way around Snowy Snow. Great name. Very clever and creative. But yeah, getting a bunch of the quick purples around outside of the town. Skipping the last one, probably doesn't need it. Well, actually, after this next set inside of town, he's going to have 16, so we're going to need a set of 4 to finish it out. And Somedas now making his way back to, excuse me, sorry about that. I bought my mic. But making his way back to Lost, realizing his mistake, and grabbing the checkpoints. Actually doing the APGF route, let's go. Never thought I'd see this in a bingo. That was close, but getting the 3rd checkpoint, now all he's got to do is go back to snow, but according to the bingo board, Az is finished. And I think he's gotten all of his goals so far. Doesn't seem to have missed any, and his last four purple will come by capturing this Taifu and going over to the right. Or, well, apparently he's going to go to these first, but that'll keep him one short. Now heading over for these four. Alright. And time. 50? Well, I think he stopped his clock a little bit early, but no big deal. That'll be game one for AzHarcos. So GG's to him. Somedas going to be finishing up shortly. This would have been really, really close if Somedas hadn't forgotten the lost checkpoints and confused them with the 20 captures. But yeah, alas, sometimes it happens. Now working his way through the 20 regional coins, and then that'll finish up his timer. The purples are a little bit to his right currently. They're not. I'm going slightly in the wrong direction. Yeah, there they are. Yeah. On the other side, Az showing off some snowdram for us. Good jump. And now Somedas needs to get 1 moon and 7 more regional coins. So there's his 95th moon. Now just needs to enter one of the barrier rooms. Okay, yeah, good choice, good choice. 3 regionals really close to the start in the ice cave. Or is this the icy crevasse? One of those. One more, and there it is. 52-34 for Somedas. Still a relatively close race. The backtrack definitely didn't cost them the win, but would have been a whole lot closer without it. So, oh wait. So that'll be it. Looks like we're going to be moving on to race 2 as soon as these guys got done in the race time room. Really sorry again. I need to move my mic right now. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Yeah. So as we wait for the next round, how are you guys doing, chat? Hopefully, Somedas can bring this into a game 3, but hope we'll see what happens in this next round. We're gonna see hopefully we're gonna see a sub 40 pause champ. Alright, looks like the runners are setting up for another race. I've not seen a new race time room yet. We'll have to see what happens there. I'm now just sitting on the pause screen, so I don't know yet. Hopefully we'll be starting shortly. Alright, here it is. Looks like we have the race time room now. As making his way to another kingdom to practice. I missed which one it was, but looks like he's heading to Lake. Maybe doing some Lake clip? Showing off the outfit clip. Probably just going to do Lake clip, though. Yeah, always good to get some practice in between matches. Make sure you don't fall apart on some specific tricks in the next round. Alright, here we go. Setting up for the next match. Loading the new file and probably going to set up, is probably going to set up daylight savings time again. Somedas probably not, considering he didn't do the first run, but we'll see. Alright, so some background on these runners, I guess. Both of them, very good bingo players, obviously, making it to the top 4 in this tournament. Very impressive. Lots of extremely well-known runners in this. We got Lucidity, Source, Neo, just to name a few. Dangers as well. Can't name them all. So many good names in this, so making it to the top 4, very impressive. And also, both having 101s at any percent. Another really good milestone. Tells you they know what they're doing when they're running around these kingdoms. So pretty good roadmaps for these guys. Actually, less than 20 seconds apart. AzHarcos with a 101.55, Somedas with a 101.37. So really close in basically all regards of this tournament. So hopefully we can get a good second match. Maybe Somedas will clutch this out, bring it us to game 3, or maybe we'll get the win in this one. Who knows? But it looks like we'll be starting shortly. We got the new board up. Looking at it immediately, we got snow outfit door in the top left. Column 2, we got 20 regionals in snow. 10 sub-areas metro can be a little bit of a pain if it's not an early finish. If it's in an earlier finish board. But the last 2 columns don't have anything too objectionable aside from, I guess, the 6 moons from Shards and 4 moons from sub-areas and Cascade. But gonna be one. Is that one? I think I'm missing one. So there are 4 lines that avoid a really early finish, and of those, there's actually a few different combinations you can go for. You could choose to skip the Guma Picture Match Cloud, or you could go for the 6 moons from Shards. But I think it's definitely going to be a choice between row 2, row 3, column 4, and column 5 for the lines that are going to be in this one. So definitely a different style of board from last one, because there's a much fewer options that are viable on this. So it'll be interesting to see what they do. Let's see. What would I do here? I definitely combine the 22 moon sand and the 26 moon sand, I think. Especially with the 8 checkpoint sand, you'll be going around the kingdom. Basically all around the kingdom already, so I think row 2, column 5 are good options, and then it doesn't look like you even need to go to Lost. Oh wait, nope, 5 Captain Toads. You'll get the 1 in Cap, 1 in Cascade, 1 in Lake, and then probably gonna get the 1 in Lost, then either piece it on those kingdoms. So you actually might want to avoid. Well, actually no, 5 Captain Toads is gonna be in your route either way. So you're gonna want to get a piece in one of the kingdoms, probably Sand, because that'll help combine with the treasure chest moons and. Man, that actually really okay. Well, it actually give you a Lakitu moon. This is actually a really interesting decision for those 4 lines. Now that I'm looking at it closer. Oh wait, there's row 5. I completely missed that. Oh wow, dude, I just blew past the 225 total regionals in this card. Yeah, ignore me. Wow. Yeah, so row 2, row 5, column 4. Yep, Aggron, 100%. You're right. Completely missed that. Alright, well, thanks chat for calling me out on that. So it looks like we got a really straightforward board here. Nothing extra to do in Cascade, other than grab the treasure chest moon rather than the slightly easier any percent moon, and this will probably... Actually, no, I don't know. It's hard to say. We might see all purple coins in Cap, but probably just going to see it in Cascade, since you have the synergy with the 30 total regionals. But you also do need to get 225, so we'll have to wait and see. 6 moons from Shards requires Lost, doesn't it? You have 2 in Cap, 1 in Lake, 1 in Sand, 1 in Wooded. Yep, you gotta go to Lost for 6 moons from Shards. And 5 purchase moons, gonna get 1 in Cap on the backtrack for sure. Since you do the 20 regions in Cap, I'm gonna get 1 in Sand, gonna get 1 in Lake, 1 in Wooded, and then 1 in Lost when you go there for the Shards moon. Probably don't want to go back to Cascade for one of those. But both of them making their way through Cascade, very similar routes, both probably realizing the best route on this board is what Aggron pointed out in chat. So, gotta grab all the regional coins here, and most of them in the other kingdoms. Oh, actually in Cascade, they're probably going to get both of the 2D moons. I completely missed that. Again, geez, because the 8-bit moons in Cascade, you have to enter the 8-bit sub-area for all purple coins in Cascade anyway, so might as well get the 8-bit moon in there, and then behind the waterfall is a pretty quick moon anyway, so probably gonna go for that as well. 3 stickers won't be a problem since you need to collect a ton of purple coins anyway, and you're going to the shop for purchasing moons. And wow, there's a whole lot to keep track of here. You need treasure chest moons, you need 8-bit moons, you need all the Shards moons. You practically need all the treasure chest moons. There's 10 by Wooded, so you have the choice to skip one. I'd probably skip the deep underground one, although even that's debatable since you have to get 26 moons in Sand, but I don't think fighting Harriet is worth it in this board, just slightly. But you have all those. You need to get all of the... Uh-oh, Somedas entering a sub-area in Cascade. Probably similar to me, didn't see row 5 potentially. But yeah, this could be a little bit bad. Both of them in dinosaurs right now. Pretty cool. Oh, as bonking on dinos, unfortunately. Gonna have to set it up again. Getting up there the second try. Going for the purple coins up top and not going for Toad. Yeah, with the I'm not entirely sure about fighting Harriet, to be honest. Like, it's definitely not the worst play you could make because there are so many. You have to get so many moons in sand already, but just entering deep underground is a pretty big time loss on its own. So I don't know. It's a tough decision because you also need to go get every checkpoint in sand, and you also need to get the shards moon. So that'll help you out with that one. So I really don't know. You're going to be going all the way around anyway. As struggling a little bit to get these purple coins, but ultimately making it work. Now going for Rocky Rumble. Pretty easy trick jump, but definitely not to be taken lightly. And, yep. Oh, and Somedas having some risky business of his own, taking a death. Wow, that one's a lot more costly than missing Rocky Rumble, I must say. As looking to make it work second nope, not quite getting enough height. Not doing the triple throw strategy there makes this jump a whole lot harder, so hopefully he's able to get it quickly. This looks really similar to last attempt, but able to make it up. Okay, good. Getting his second 2D moon in the sub area. And Somedas making his way through the rest of Cascade. Gonna have to go back up top. Has actually managing to jump over the moon. So now as finishing up all purple coins in Cascade with these final 9, and should be getting the chest moon as well. Alright, there's all purple coins for him, and marking off the bottom right 2 goals, and Somedas a good ways behind since he's been grabbing all these extra sub-area moons and took that really bad death. Going for the 3 of them that are up top, but hopefully he's able to bring it back some going into the rest of the kingdoms. He's going to need probably Sand Piece. I'd be more inclined to do Sand Piece than anything on this board, but even that's just takes a long time, so we'll have to see. Oh, okay, not dying. Going for a weird camera angle there. Hopefully he's able to make it up this time. Oh, barely making that last jump, but there it is. So up. There we go, getting the 4 regional coins up top, and probably going to be getting his last of the 4 sub-area moons from Cascade. And on the other side of the screen, we got Az heading into Sand Kingdom. So So it'll be really interesting to see what his route will be. He's definitely going to be getting a whole lot of purple coins. Getting 225 purples by Lost Kingdom is no easy feat, so definitely got to keep track of those all the way. So he might choose to skip some of the ones in the town early on, depending on whether he's getting peace or defeating Harriet or not. Right off the bat, getting these two and not getting the first checkpoint. Hopefully he doesn't need the checkpoint sand, but it is in a really good place on the board, so hopefully he remembers to grab that. Bird almost trolling him a little bit, but catching it and now going to be grabbing the checkpoint. Okay, good. Alright, remembering. Now planting the seed. Doing some standard DSTA movement to get to plant the seed and then grab this moon here, and then now grabbing all of the 20 purple coins in the town area of sand, and that'll about do it. He's definitely going to have to adjust the clock manually. He did not set DSTA at a time conducive to when he planted the seed. When's he going to do that? Alright, maybe he's going back to town later. Oh no, he's going to slots. Okay, there we go. So if he's getting slots now, he's probably not going to defeat Harriet, if I had to guess. Or he's just going to globe right after defeating Harriet. Hard to say, but considering he's getting so many moons, getting slots, which is a pretty slow moon in sand, could just not be seeing that in any capacity. So here is the seed moon. And now, synchronized cutscene fade outs. Somedas making his way into Sand Kingdom himself. And I don't think he grabbed any regional coins along the way, so probably not going to go for row 5. Could have just missed it completely like I did. Alright, here's some purples. So Somedas actually is collecting a few purple coins in the sand. And I missed whether he collected the starting checkpoint, but as collecting the one below the archway moon. And Somedas hopefully following suit. Yep, there it is. Now working his way over here. Unorthodox sand routing, but just grabbing all these checkpoints. Now perhaps going over to purchase Jaxi. Yep, making his way over to the ruins. And this will be his second treasure chest move. Yeah, grabbing the purples that are close by as well. On the other side, as in the round tower. Taking a few slow cycles, just playing it safe. And now grabbing atop the highest tower. Could just be grabbing the normal story progression in sand, not getting Harriet early. Getting Harriet early before grabbing the Shards Moon will save a few cutscenes. But you never know what they could do. and it's also not at all a big time loss to do this early on. Just not as. So far, he's grabbed all the checkpoints that are along his route. So he's missing the Jaxi Ruins, the Eastern Pillar, I think it's called. Not entirely sure, but the one that's directly to the left on the map of, directly west of Jaxi Ruins, and the Oasis, as well as the far northwest checkpoint. But other than that, he's gotten them all. And 8 checkpoints in sand is all of them except for the painting checkpoint. For reference. So yeah, here's Az's first Shards Moon. And Somedas working his way through the pyramid. I didn't notice whether he grabbed the Shards Moon in here. I mean the Chess Moon in here. Did anyone in chat notice whether Somedas got the Chess Moon in the inverted pyramid? That's somewhat important, and we don't have any trackers. Oh, Az taking actually a pretty bad death, dying after already spawning. The Moai Moon loses a lot of time because you have to go through the animation to spawn it again. But getting it second try. Somedas now defeating Harriet successfully. Now Somedas, Az probably going to go out of this pipe and grab the checkpoint in the northwest as well as the bullet sub area because he does not need peace in sand. Now Somedas getting a lot more purple coins. He has been collecting a fair number along his route. Did Az get the 6 in here yet? Nope, getting them now. Okay. Oh, that death. That hurts a little bit, but not gonna be too bad. Now, Somedas not purchasing a moon. Could be going for row 5, row 2, and column 5. Potentially. That way he skips the purchasing the moons, the 5 moons from 8-bit sections, and the shards, which is pretty nice actually. The only real thing that's objectionable in that is getting peace in sand, and for the lack of 2 fishing moon coupled with the Captain Toad moon. And the 9 treasure chest is a little bit troublesome, but not that much. Oh wait, but now Somedas going over to the Moai habitat for this checkpoint, and now making his way north for the northwest checkpoint. And then after this, he could just warp over to some other checkpoint closer to the deep underground. Yep, here we go. So all he has left to get is the Oasis, and he'll be heading over there likely to get Captain Toad, as well as 2 other quick moons. Ooh, nice routing choice getting this moon before heading over to the deep underground. And also getting the Sphinx. This will be his 3rd, probably his 4th treasure chest moon, because I would assume he got the one in Inverted Pyramid. Oh no, never mind. Neo saying in chat that he skipped the Inverted Pyramid treasure chest. That will really hurt to miss. Because he's going to have to back that up by either going into it later, which is technically an option, but not a great one, or by getting the outfit door in the deep woods, which is probably the best option since he has to go down there anyway for the other treasure chest moon there. But now Az warping back to the top of the round tower in sand and talking to the Sphinx. This will be, like, I believe his second treasure chest moon. I think he's already gotten the Jaxi runes. One. But he will need to go into the inverted pyramid now if he wants to get 9. And Somedas opting just to skip those purple coins. Those are some pretty quick ones. I don't know if he should have just blown past that, to be honest. We'll have to see. But Somedas now grabbing his 4th treasure chest moon. And Az on his 4th 8-bit shortly. Ooh, jeez. Somedas playing that really risky, getting really close to the bullet bill before capturing. I was pretty nervous he would get hit and take a death there, but thankfully making it work. Az only needs 2 more moons left in sand. I don't know whether he got the shop or not, but could warp out after grabbing the treasure chest, or head up to the statue's tail. Meanwhile, Somedas fighting Knuckletech. This is going to put him at 21 moons in sand, so he will have a few remaining. I guess he could go back into the inverted pyramid for the chest if he thinks that's worth it, but he's probably going to get the 3 by the Oasis and the Cactus Moon, if I had to guess. Oh, and he could also get fishing and Lakitu fishing and toad fishing, so that could be his last 5 if he doesn't choose to get the treasure chest. But here we go. Az warping into the shop and now getting his first purchase moon, marking off the 8 checkpoints in sand as well. So now Az is likely backtracking to Cap. That way he can finish in Lost. And now is the best time to backtrack to Cap, because if you finish in Lost, you cannot use the Odyssey to travel out of that kingdom. So definitely better to go back to Cap now, since there's fewer movement ticks to go over and there's relatively little to do. You just need Az will just need to get both moons from moon shards and the 20 regional coins necessary. So yeah, making his trip back to Cap as Somedas is cleaning up his final few moons in sand. Yeah, Az leaving sand at around the 23-minute mark. Not what you want to see for most pours, but this one's a really early finish, so not all that objectionable at all. So now Somedas working his way over to Captain Toad. Hopefully he... Oh wait, grabbing the Rumble Moon first. Smart decision. That way he doesn't have to roll back over here, and after Toad can just go for the cactus. And considering the number of moons he's at, he probably realizes that he forgot a treasure chest. So hopefully he chooses to get it. I think that would still be faster than purchasing the outfit at this point, but only slightly. Now, Az purchasing his second moon. And Somedas getting his second Captain Toad moon. Let's see, Somedas warping to the round tower, and yep, should be going back into the inverted pyramid now. Oh wait, did he not get Statue's Tail? He's still gonna be down one. Nope, nope, he didn't get the statue's tail either. Okay, so at least he was able to couple these two. That's decent synergy, but still definitely would have been more beneficial to get them earlier. As entering the my favorite Severian cap again, might as well mention that. Grabbing all these moon shards, needs both of them to get 6 by Lost Kingdom. And also grabbing a lot of purple coins. Those are going to be really important, and those are really, really quick ones, so definitely a good idea to get them now. And now Somedas warping out of Sand Kingdom. Let's see if we can see his regional count real quick. 23 regional coins. That's not that many. They both got all 50 in Cascade. Somedas getting 23 in Sand, and I'm pretty sure I saw Az get 48. Someone might want to verify that, but I'm fairly certain I saw 23. I'm fairly certain that I saw 48, so let me just make some notes. Az probably going to get 38 here with the 3 in the sub area, and then 50 in Cascade, and 48 Sand, and then I'll mark 38 here. So now Somedas actually going to Lake Kingdom now. Gonna need a lot of purple coins here. Gonna have to do Lake Clip and do jump, grab, clean, climb, and get a whole lot of purples, like a whole lot of purple. Yeah, probably the best decision not to defeat Rango and just to go through the kingdom as quickly as possible. Grabbing everything he needs. He will not need the Shards Moon. Just the treasure chests, the Captain Toad, and doesn't even need Lakitu fishing actually, so should mostly just blast purple coins, get as many as he can, just grab as many moons as he can along the way as well. Oh, struggling a lot with Lake Clip. This is not what you want to see here. Oh no! Bonking on top of the ceiling. Okay, maybe this one will work? Alright, there we go. He's in, and gets the checkpoint. Alright, we're good, we're good. Grab some purples, grab some purples! Oh no, that's not good. He didn't do the out-of-bounds Lake Clip movement for the purple coins. It's pretty quick movement. It's probably would have been good to get those while out of bounds, but hopefully he backs it up quickly, because Az is already done with Cap. Granted, Somedas does not have enough as much to do in Cap, but still. He's also at a huge deficit in terms of purple coins. So now Somedas. Oh, is that a first try Lake Clip from Az? Oh my gosh, that's going to save a whole lot of time over Somedas. Unlucky. But Somedas not even opting to go for the purple coins in here. He kind of needs them, to be frank. Might just end up getting close to all purple coins and lost, potentially, but he's definitely going to be in trouble when it comes to purple coins. So now Az working his way over to Rango. Why are they fighting Rango, actually? He doesn't need Captain Toad moons, and probably going to get the wooded 8-bits, if I had to guess. But he does need Moon Shard, so... Interesting decision to fight Rango now. Could have just skipped the fight altogether. So now Somedas just needs to purchase a moon and get Captain Toad in Lake, and then he can head out. But I'm still really anxious about his purple coin count, just being completely honest, so hopefully he sorts that out quickly. Well, okay. Flexing a little bit. Okay, wait, actually doesn't need to capture runes, so doing the neat little trick that lets you talk to the nice mermaid out of bounds. Just yelling about her secret little room through a wall makes perfect sense. But only getting 27 purples here. He could get a few more by the Odyssey, I suppose. But wow, this is dangerously few in my opinion. Az is looking a lot better in purple coins, so can definitely afford to miss a couple. And now grabbing his move from Lakitu Fishing. And Az also needs Jump, Grab, Clean, Climb, so gonna be exiting Lake with at least 1 moon extra. And Somedas just heading out of Lake Kingdom already. Only 23 purples to his name. Yeah, Agron saying in chat that Somedas is probably going to get 80 wooded regionals. And I really do tend to agree with that assessment, just because wooded purple coins are really, really quick. And it's not essentially that they're quick, it's just they're along the path of a lot of moons. So you don't have to go too far out of the way to get a whole bunch. So now, Az getting a lot of extra moons in Lake, unfortunately. Not planning out his route the best. Granted, it's really hard to know exactly which moons to get when you have shards, purchases, 8-bit moons, and purple coins to balance, so don't at all blame him for going over the count. But gonna need to get the shop moon, probably a sticker, and a few more. Somedas going back to Cap, gonna grab Captain Toad. And hopefully, please grab a lot of purples here. That's all I ask of you, Somedas, just please. Alright, here are going to be his first 4, probably. Already has the 3, probably the ones behind the Odyssey. Here, 4 more. Gonna grab the 4 underneath this nice little ledge here, and then gonna head over to the other Paragrimba, grab those 4, and he doesn't need to enter any sub areas. And I think it's probably not gonna be worth it, but to go in any, but he might choose to, and it wouldn't be that huge of a deal since he is really low on purple coins. Only having 100 at this point in the race is really bad if you're going for 225s and already you've completed 4 kingdoms. 3 kingdoms. Yeah. Did he miss one? I think he missed one in that area, in that cubby there, but hopefully it doesn't cost him. Nope, looks like he didn't miss. I miscounted. So now I'm gonna grab these 3 in the water section here, and that'll be 31 purple coins in Cascade for Somedas. Cap Kingdom does have really quick purple coins, so definitely respect him getting all 31 outside of sub-areas here. Sub-areas in Frog Room, I should say. That'll put him at 131 total, so yeah, what Agron said about getting 80 in Wooded actually could come true, and Somedas is actually probably ahead at this point, because they have pretty similar things to do, except Az does have to get Shards moons, doesn't need to worry about any more 8-bit sections, probably could have done to get the one in Lost, but debatable. But yeah, Az also needs to get out the door in Wooded since he didn't go to the Deep Underground, so this is actually looking really good for Somedas. Despite what I said earlier about the route almost definitely being what AzHarcos is doing right now. But now Az entering Jump, Grab, Clean, Climb. This will be his 7th chess move. Somedas working his way through Wooded. And going to be purchasing a sticker after grabbing these 2 purple coins over here, likely. spoilers by the bingo card actually. But there it is. He needs to get every single purple he sees here. Like, it's practically essential. And even, he needs to go into Deep Woods anyways, but he should probably just get all 9 in Deep Woods, including the slow ones behind the rock. It's just, he needs to get basically all of them in Wooded. All of them that aren't locked behind Peace and sub-areas, that is, I should specify. Because there are specific purple coins that you can only get after unlocking Peace in the Kingdom, such as the ones in the Vine sub-area. But, yeah. Can you actually get the ones at the very top of the kingdom? Like, the ones at the top of the observation deck early, if you go for the toad jump with the rocket flowers after Spirit, I wonder if you can actually do that. You might actually be... Wait, could you do PCV and go through the pipe? PCV is a trick jump, hole cancel vector. It's ridiculously hard, but I wonder. There's probably an easier way to get over there than that, but that's kind of funny to speculate about. Okay, is the pipe not on the Captain Toad? The chat answering no to my questions. The pipe might just not be there. I assumed that it was on the Toad platform, but could be wrong. So yeah, Somedas now getting. I believe he got Nightclip, and now working his way through a lot of the purple coins that normally you'd get after getting Peace and Wooded, but he can get them early since he came up here via Nightclip. Or the climb, I missed which one it was. So now working his way over here. Probably wants to get the tree purples now. Nope. Hopefully he does get them a little bit later. Again, can't afford really to miss any. Yep, there it is. Long jumping his way over now, and then he'll be dropping down to grab the 3. Oh, he missed one. Alright. That shouldn't lose too much though. Hopefully. So now grabbing the uproot for the nut in the red maze. Sitting at 28 purples currently. As at 17, I believe. Soon to be 21. Oh, nope, he actually has not bought a sticker yet. It's only at 11 for Az, but shouldn't be too bad. He hasn't gotten a whole lot of moons so far, just because he probably wants to get, well, he definitely needs to get the charge sub area, and he can just go up top, get a lot of quick ones then. Ooh, interesting routing from Somedas, actually. Ooh, jeez. Scaring me again with the Vault FRS, but making it work. Jeez. At 39 purples, has quite a few. I'm probably going to go for tower skip, grab the 4 up top, and then drop back down to the tower, get the 3 in there, as well as the 2 moons, and then probably go into Deep Woods after grabbing the... Oh, wait. Nope, just skipping the tower purples, actually. Hopefully gets them later. But then probably going to head into Deep Woods shortly after. And now Az probably going to buy his outfits and then drop into the Deep Woods. After collecting a few more purples, that is. Oh, wait. Not yet. Oh, wait, here we go. Yep, now purchasing the outfit. And Somedas rolling his way down to the lower section of Wooded with Flooded Pipeway and the Corner Nuts. Also a lot of purples down here. 4, 7, 9, 12, 16 purples throughout just in this area alone. So lots of good quick ones. grabbing the checkpoint for a health refill. Meanwhile, on the other side, Az gonna be in Deep Woods, grabbing 3 purples to his just at the beginning at the entry points, and now I'm gonna probably go for a really quick Deep Woods visit. Or wait, maybe not. He doesn't need that many moons down here, so hopefully he doesn't get too many. Looks like he is gonna knock the hat off the dino though. Whoa, that was a nice snipe. That was like that's really hard to do. Really? Somedas skipping the 3 purples in flooded pipeways. Maybe wait, is he? Wow, that's risky. Okay. I probably would have just taken the extra damage and gone for those. But yeah, here we go. Gonna be entering Deep Woods for his last treasure chest moon and a few more purple coins. It also needs 1 extra moon. So that'll be this one right here. So now probably gonna roll, well, not even getting the purples. Maybe he basically needs APC loss at this point if he's just gonna exit here. And that's really not the worst play in the world, actually, the more I think about it, just because all purple coins and lost are really quick, especially if you don't need to grab any moons other than Captain Toad. So, but still, could have done to grab a few more quick purples. Trying to find his way to the beanstalk planter that will lead him up to the Odyssey. And meanwhile, Az also getting his last chest moon. This is going to be really close because Az needs to finish up. What does Az have left to do? He has to get the 2 sub-area. Well, he'll probably get the 2 sub-area moons in the rocket. And then also for the Shards Moon as well. I'm just trying to figure out how they're going to finish this off. And Somedas accidentally planting the wrong beanstalk. That's going to cost a little bit of time, but rolling his way out of Wooded with 58 regionals. Let me total this up. 158 plus 31 is 184. Needs 41 regionals in Lost Kingdom to finish off this run, and I think he has this. The moon shards just, and as his routing has just been all over the place because there's just so much stuff to track. Like there's just a ton of stuff to do on this board. So like just really hard to make sure you're doing everything in the optimal order. But yeah, Az definitely still can make a comeback, but it's gonna be pretty hard at this point. Az sitting at, I believe, 41 regional coins in Wooded, assuming he got the sticker. Let's see, which kingdom did he get stickers in? He got the sticker in Sand, I know that. Actually, I can just check whether he got the Wooded sticker when he's in the Odyssey, if I remember. But either going to be sitting at 41 or 31 purple coins here when he warps out of this sub-area. Meanwhile, on the other side, Somedas fighting Cloud Bowser. Agron saying he has 179 regionals. I'll tell you the counts that I have currently. I have 31 Cascade, 50 Sand, 31 Cap, 50 Cascade, 23 Sand, 27 Lake, and 58 in Wooded. If that matches up with you, then yeah, I don't know. In before Somedas finishes without anyone realizing again. Don't remind me. I was upset. But now Somedas entering Lost needs to go about practically an all purple coins post-game approach to this kingdom. One thing that's great about Bingo, might as well go on this tangent now, is you do so many routes for like different categories that just knowing how to do a whole bunch of different movement, like here, a really niche one. All purple coins post game is really going to help. Knowledge would really help out here. I don't think Somedas has actually run that category, but just knowing how to do every single purple coin in Lost as quickly as possible is just would be such a good knowledge to have at this point. So going through, grabbing a whole bunch, using a ground pound down throw to grab these. Now probably going to head over to talk to Captain Toad. Oh wait, not yet. Changing his routing a little bit. Yeah, grabbing the 6 over here before him. Did he? I believe he activated Klepto, but I'm not entirely sure. Hopefully he did. I believe he would have gotten Kleptoed when he went down below, if he didn't, and not grabbing onto the pole either. If you grab onto one of the poles in the middle of the platforms, then you're going to get Kleptoed, but that has not happened so far. And Somedas marking is done. So, going to be taking the win over Az on this one, assuming he actually has all of his purple coins. Going to have to ask him to verify that. But yeah, Somedas marking is done. That I don't think he has enough purples. There's no way he only needed 27. Okay, just grabbing extra to be safe. Okay, this is definitely what he should be doing in this scenario. But I don't believe he's actually done yet, even if he thinks he is. Hopefully he doesn't take the rest too lightly, because Az could still clutch out a surprise victory over him. Oh, don't touch anywhere yet. Okay. Yeah, it all depends on how many more purple coins Az needs. But I do not... Okay. Looks like he's showing us his purple coins now. So 34, 58. Alright, now move over 27. 33. Oh, he got 33 in sand. I miscounted there. Okay. I only counted 23. 50, and then 31. 31. Okay, let's see. There's 81. There's 60. And these guys are going to be... Are you too short? No, are you... No, he's over. He's over. He's over. Okay. 92 plus 60, 152. Yep. Okay, cool. I miscounted in sand. Perfect. Well, GG's to Az. And GG's to Somedas. Looks like we're going to be going into a game 3 in this. And don't forget to done Somedas. Somedas, both of his most recent 2 races, clutching out a game 3 in this, so yeah. What a legend. Looks like we got to set up the race time room for game 3, and then we'll bring you back the final match of the bronze finals match between AzHarcos and Somedas. So looks like we are getting ready to start the final match of this best of three. Race time room's up, so we just gotta wait for these guys to join, do a little bit of prep, get a drink of water and stuff. Racing this much bingo in such a short time, especially with the stakes for third so high, really intense stuff. So gonna give these guys some time, but whenever they're ready, they are available to start. The last board was a lot different from the first one in that the first one, there were a whole lot of different lines that you could match together and make work. But in this one, there were like only four lines were used, but potentially could have seen a row three, although that's rather unlikely. So, but either way, just only a few permutations of routes that could happen there. And yeah, as saying, he's going to take a few more minutes to get ready. And again, completely fine. So yeah, looks like we'll be waiting a little bit longer. All right, looks like both of them are on their respective starting screens. Az going to be going for the 152 daylight savings time, and Somedas just going to be starting it off doing manual clock abuse to grow the seed if necessary. So far, he's done it in the past two games. Might or might not see it in this one. So, looks like we are almost ready to start. Here's our new card. Ooh, that is not a center square you like to see. 10 moves from sub area is going to be a pretty hefty goal. but we'll see if we can work around it in any way. It looks like in column 1 we got 30 regionals in Seaside, Uncork 1 Fountain, Seaside in column 2. Then, of course, the 10 moons from Subareas Metro, column 3, 2 moons from Subarea in column 4, and that'll make this board a lock, I believe. Yep. So this one, they're going to be going to Seaside, one way or the other. So, wait, no. Will they? Nope. I counted the 10 moons from Subareas Metro as a Seaside goal. Never mind. Okay, so you do not have to go to Metro. However, Seaside looking like a pretty viable option on this board, since there are 3 Seaside goals and pretty good lines. One of the first things I also noticed is you have the 10 Subarea Moons Metro and also the 20 Subarea Moons total goals, which obviously work well together. Column 3, since you're going to finish by Metro at the earliest, is looking pretty good. Let's see, what else is there? In that case, row 5 isn't too bad either. However, planting the Lake Seed is a really big time commitment, so perhaps don't want to go for that one. Let's see. Column 2 is also pretty good. Yeah, you merge the 20 sub areas and the 10 sub areas metro. Wow, that's sync. That was nice. Let's see. There are a lot of viable rows in this one. Row 4 isn't that bad. Row 2 isn't that bad either. Top left, bottom right isn't that bad either. Wow, there's a whole bunch of potential routes, and all of them could be pretty close to each other. I'm seeing a whole lot of different combinations that could make a good route. So we'll have to see what these guys choose. Yeah, the center square does look pretty challenging. However, it's definitely one of the more underrated long bingo goals, at least. If you're going to go for an early finish, having a center square like 10 suburbs from Metro can be a little bit daunting, but on a board like this where you're going to likely go to Seaside, at least Metro, then definitely not a bad one to have, since all of the sub-areas in Metro are practically the same speed. But wow. Somedas just barely ahead out of Cap Kingdom. We'll switch over to his audio for no particular reason, but he's slightly in the lead. But yeah, even row 3 doesn't look that bad. Like, granted, the wooded piece is a little bit unnecessary for this board, but if you combine it with a column 5 for the 24 moons wooded, that's not at all a problem. And then if we're thinking about an early finish, which that line would look like, then I guess you could combine that with a row 5, but that's that includes the Lake Seed, which you generally want to avoid. However, you do get the synergy from 45 regionals in Cascade and 35 regionals in Cascade, so that's also a bonus. There's just so many options here. So we'll just have to wait and see what these guys do. Both of them going for the purple coins in Cascade. Definitely a good idea, since they're so prevalent on this board and practically still synchronized. Somedas barely taking the lead over Az's missed dive there, and however, Az going to be getting a few of these purple coins a little bit earlier. So yeah, still very, very close at the beginning of this match. This board is going to be really challenging. Could definitely go either way. So now Somedas probably going to take something of an all-purple coins approach. The rest of these purples, yep. Similar to how we saw last round go. Getting these these 6 purples before capturing the dino, and then probably going to go for atop a high cliff and such later in the kingdom. But as grabbing the purples that he did a little bit earlier on inclines me to believe he might be going for only 35 rather than 45 regionals in Cascade, but a little early to call that out, of course. Could have also just been getting it to be safe in case he actually ends up going for 35 rather than 45 and could still be determining his route. So plenty of options still there. Just slight speculation and suggestion of potential strats. But Somedas can be bopping Mama Brutal as only a little bit behind, but with 6 more purple coins. So other than the purples and Cascade, it doesn't look like there's much to be doing here. There are no timer challenges, no chess moons, so should basically just be going for all the purples and then making your way out. So gonna see how quickly these guys can finish up their respective routes. Somedas probably gonna be following the all purple coins, going behind these rocks for these 4. There we go. And since there's no reason to get every single purple coin in this kingdom, or even a total purple coin square to make it worth collecting extra, they're probably going to be skipping the 4 inside of the 2-dimensional sub area because they're towards the end of the area and very time consuming to get, as well as having a loading zone and needing to warp out. So just a pretty big time commitment overall. So they will probably decide to skip those, and they can afford to miss one of the other ones for 45. Somedas marking 45 and 35 on the board now, and also grabbing all of these, grabbing 200 coins from that Luigi hint art. So just needs any 6 of the ones remaining, any 5 of the 6 remaining purple coins, and then he's out of here. So Somedas is going to be in the lead, heading out of Cascade. Both of them marking this exact same goals. So again, really close match. Similar to last time, and Az just needs these 3, and then now he's globing. Unfortunately, it's going to be a little bit late to plant the seed for Az's daylight saving time manipulation to actually take effect on the seed in sand. However, can still do manual clock manip. Somedas fading out at the 7-minute 20-second mark, and Somedas a mere 6 or 7 seconds behind. 7 or 8, actually. Nope, 9, 10. Come on. 10. All right, I was close enough. But yeah, Somedas only 10 seconds behind. So now, what could we see in sand? Let's look at this board. We could start to see goals like purchase 5 stickers come into play, as well as some hats. There's plenty of quick purples in sand at the beginning of the kingdom, so if you're going to get 5 stickers, definitely a good option to go for the one in sand, because the shop is just so on the way, and there's 10 purples right on the way. Looks like Somedas. Is there a regionals? Oh, there's 35 regionals in sand as the goal, so could be going for that. But decided to skip the 2 at the very beginning for whatever reason. Oh, unfortunately misjudging where the bird moon landed, and gonna have to take a little bit of a detour in order to go grab it. But AzHarcos taking skipping a lot of the quick moons in the town and sand. Could potentially be looking at 5 moons for music notes going into the Jaxi Ruins, getting 2 moons there. Could also be looking at getting a lot of sub-area moons for the 20 total I mentioned earlier. You know, honestly, that's actually a really good option for a route. Combining the five music notes moons with in row 1 with column 3 and column 4, that could be a pretty good route actually. But yeah, now Az heading over for some reverse Jaxi style movement. Playing it safe, not doing any of the technical any percent stuff. But getting the job done, and now I'm going to probably talk to Jaxi if I had to guess. And also calling Jaxi from this stand. There's a lot. There's actually a lot of different things that you could do in sand here. Somedas has a lot of moons currently. We'll definitely need to skip a lot of the ones that are along his route just throughout the kingdom if he's going to get a lot of sub-areas here. But AzHarcos entering the Jaxi Ruins currently. Not getting any purple points here, so probably just going to ignore the 35 regionals in Sand Square totally. Unfortunately, Somedas accidentally killing the Bullet Bill and failing Dram, so gonna have to wait a little bit for a new one to spawn. But not a huge deal either. But yeah, Somedas going for a very any percent sand, like unusually any. The only thing he's done differently is grab a couple of purple coins. Sitting at 11 currently. Perhaps going to end by buying an outfit. Hard to say. But he will not be able to get 35 easily by the end of this kingdom. So now, Somedas making his first Jaxi stand call. There it is. And now working his way over to his second. And Az also going to be making his way over for his second Jaxi stand call. So, pretty synchronized in that respect, but still plenty of time in this match. Now Az warping back to the Jaxi Ruins checkpoint. Probably going to be making his way over to the two sub-areas to the north of the kingdom. Or not, never mind. Eating my words here. Instead doing some reverse Jaxi style movement to this Pillar Moon. And now rolling his way over to this Jaxi call stand. Okay. So there we go. And looks like he's going to be calling his fourth one right here. Yep. Here it is. And Somedas also making his fourth. Is this his fourth? No, it's his third. This is his third call for Jaxi so far. Az is at 4, Somedas is at 3. I'm getting a little bit confused by looking at the colors on the board. Somedas actually making a really smart play by calling Jaxi on this early. But there is his fourth call. There are definitely not enough purples just in town to make all 35 of them work, but he does have enough to afford a sticker and a full outfit set. So could just be going for that purchase. Meanwhile, on the other side of the screen, AzHarcos is getting every single sub-area in Sand Kingdom. Going to be heading over to the Moai habitat now, and probably just going to warp out of there, globe, and then make his way out of sand. Somedas is going to be a little bit ahead in Kingdom progression, but not too much. Oh, Az taking a death again in the Moai sub-area. Unfortunate. This time, didn't spawn the moon though, so not going to lose as much time. Okay display, asking in chat. Yeah, exactly. Neo explaining it in chat as well. But for the Jaxi call stand goal, you do need to actually talk to the Jaxi stand and have Jaxi come over to the stand by himself via warping. That's the best way of explaining it. You can't just get on top of him and ride, but all right. Enter anyway. Somedas going into Lake Kingdom. Now, starting off Lake by grabbing a couple of purple coins. Is there a regional coin and lake goal on here? Yep, there's 20 in column 2. And column 2, a pretty good column in synergy with the 10 moons from sub-areas of Metro, so definitely could see him going for that. Az making his way for the Notes Moon in Lake Kingdom. Unfortunately, the Goomba's paying Az an unfortunate visit. Going to be taking a little bit of damage there, but not a huge deal. Just making his way over to the Cheep Cheep. Going to take the 3-second time loss from the damage and the health refill from the moon. Kind of stinks that taking damage loses 3 seconds in this game, but sometimes it is like that, you know? So now Az working his way through the rest of Lake, grabbing this the jump, grab, clean, climb sub-area. Pretty quick sub-area. Another really good one. Very technical, lots of moving parts, resetting cat bounces and stuff. Got to keep track of a lot and have some clean movement. And there's also a whole lot of room for optimization. Az doing a pretty advanced strategy here, making his way through the flowers very quickly. But no deaths, looking good, and here we go. Somedas grabbed 10 regionals in Lake. I'm guessing he'll warp back over to the Rango checkpoint and then potentially grab some more purple coins, but definitely... Or wait. First he's got to look at this hint art. Okay. Alright, and now... Now what's he doing? Is he planning the Lake Seed? Oh man. Looks like we got a Lake Seed on this board. Alright, well, this puts... wow, this puts a lot on the map, honestly. Like, you could go for, with Lake Seed, you could go for bottom left, top right, or row 5. It's a pretty central square on this board. Not at all my favorite square, just because it takes around a minute just to plant this thing, so it's annoying. However, could make it work quickly. We'll see what happens. Getting the nice triple jump and cap... Oh my god. That sucks. Okay, well, he got the triple jump to land the seed on top of the platform there, but unfortunately, Cappy just knocking it off. No, that stinks. But now Somedas will have the kingdom advantage going in. Or wait, no, he also needs to look at the hint art. Alright, so both of them going for that. Now Az can leave the kingdom and probably looking at a definitely looking at a kingdom progression advantage. Oh, imagine that actually made it in the pot. That would have been ridiculous. Now Somedas needs 3 more regional coins. I'm gonna get these ones behind the peg. And then he can leave, unless he wants to buy a... Looks like he wants to buy a, either a costume set... Oh, he can get a costume set and a outfit. Wow, okay, so 20 regionals was the perfect number for him. So definitely looking like a bottom left, top right for Somedas. What else? Probably gonna go. I don't know if he's gonna go for row 2 actually, but definitely an option. It would involve a backtrack to Cloud, which isn't the greatest thing in the world, but sometimes it might have to happen. But then also could be going. He hasn't gotten that any sub areas so far, so could be going for column 2, I suppose, but hard to say. So. Anyway, now Az taking an instant trip into Deep Woods, probably going for the 4 Deep Woods moons. Making his way through a darker side style Deep Woods, going to be grabbing this timer challenge, then bopping the hat off of the dino. Not maintaining his speed perfectly, but still going to be able to knock the hat off this dino with relative ease. Nice tap on the head. Don't ask why that's able to knock the powerful dino's hat off. No idea, but whatever. I'm not going to question it, Nintendo. Is he just only getting 4 moves in Deep Woods? Because he could just be exiting through the Odyssey beanstalk now. Yeah, it looks like that's what he's doing. Interesting. Sometimes this can be the play, but Deep Woods does have quite a few quick moons, and it allows you to be kind of a warp. It's kind of a warp path throughout the kingdom because you're able to go to 3 very relevant parts of the kingdom. Granted, one of them you rarely go to. One of them is a lot more rare. The one that Az is going to right now, just going to be heading out by the Odyssey, but definitely has its purpose. And then you can also head up around the nut on the tall tree moon. So lots of ways to use Deep Woods. This one is not one you see that often, but does allow for some good routing since you can just grab the just reset right back into the any percent kind of rhythm instantly, but Somedas looking like he might be going for something a little bit different. Actually, assuming Az gets nut clip here, he can just exit. Oh well, not even going for nut clip. Okay, well, scratch what I was gonna say. But I was going, but assuming he got nut clip, he could have just warped out of the tower in the center of Wooded and ended his route there. But looks like he has other plans. Somedas also cleaning up his 4 moons from Deep Woods. Taking the beanstalk out by the top instead of the one by the Odyssey. Potentially getting the quick rabbit's shop and bunny moons after he completes the rest of his Wooded. And looks like Somedas will get nut clip. Very nice out of bounds movement so far. Getting the wall jump first try. Well done. And let's see if he gets a clean ramp climb. Looks good so far. Oh, unfortunately not getting the jump up the top. Gonna have to reset, but gets up the second time. Unfortunate spin pound roll angle, but happens sometimes. And over to the fence nuts, not too bad. So, synchronized nut grabs. Now Az going to be entering the round tower. Well, I guess the round tower is in sand, but this is also a roundish tower, so we'll stick with that. Entering the tower, Now getting 2 moons inside, and probably going to finish off with Spiritless any percent. More synchronized moon grabs. That was impressive. Ooh, that was risky from Somedas, but making it work. Good roll cancel. And potentially, Somedas could finish off getting this Story Moon, the Nut on the Crumbling Tower, and then doing Tower Skip to fight Spirits. But Az will definitely have the Kingdom lead. Well, actually, no. Somedas is probably going to get the 3 moons in the town and buy a sticker and a costume set. That's probably how he'll finish up after grabbing the Nut on the Crumbling Tower. Grabbing 5 stickers and getting 8 costume sets can be kind of daunting because you do need a lot of purple coins throughout the kingdoms, and there's not a whole lot of synergy with that on this board. But Somedas does have 9 to grab, 11 to grab right around the town, so he will need a few more. Yeah, it looks like he's gonna go for Tower Skip to get those. Nope, just going into the tower now. Interesting. But anyway, on the other side, Az is going to be leaving wooded. Leaving wooded at the 26-minute mark on any board is pretty good. But this is going to be probably a seaside finish, because it looks like uncorked 1 fountains along his route. So we do have that. But first we got Cloud. So not much to do in Cloud. Could get the hint arts, but other than that, it's just going to be beating up Bowser, as usual. Now Somedas getting a few more purple coins. 20 total, and now heading into Flooded Pipes. Ah, okay, looks like he's going for 24 moons in Wooded. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. So, gonna probably get these 2 moons, then he needs 8 more total right now. So he needs the 3 in the beginning of the kingdom, these 2 in Flooded Pipeway, and then the 3 from the multi-moon. Okay, so now his routing that makes a lot more sense. But Az does look like he has a significant advantage right now, since Somedas has a lot more to do in Wooded. However, he could potentially have to go to Picture Match in Cloud, and that's not set in stone for Somedas yet, since it looks like he's going for row 5, bottom left, top right, column 3. Sorry, column 5, not row 5. My mistake. Oh, unfortunately, Somedas messing up the first phase of Spirit a little bit. Nothing too drastic, though. So Az looks like he needs 15 regionals and loss, but other than that, it's just going to be all any percent. He has 10 sub-area moons so far, so just needs to grab all 10 from Metro, and then he's just done with the 20 total in his routes. He will need to grab the music note in Metro and Seaside though, because he only got 1 in Lake, and there are 6 total. 1 out of 2 in Lake, I should specify. Yeah, this isn't looking very good for Somedas right now, because he does have to purchase 8 costume sets, and... Or wait, actually... Oh, Somedas is doing a Metro finish. Isn't he? This is going to be very close, actually. I take back what I said. Yeah, it's going to be really hard to say who actually ends up winning this, because Somedas could definitely finish a lot earlier than Az, because he's going to be ending by Day Metro. He does need to get 10 sub-area moons there, so it's going to take a while after defeating Wiggler, but still. So far he has this is going to be his third costume set and third sticker, so he's going to want to go up to the top in Lost and buy a costume set and sticker there. That way he can afford the rest in Metro. But wow, this could actually be pretty close. I still think Az is probably in the lead, but not as far apart as I thought it was initially. So Somedas is going to be leaving Wooded now. Leaving Wooded around the 30-minute mark. Not going to be too bad for for a Metro finish. And Az also has to go back to do Goomba Picture Match in Cloud. So yeah, this is actually going to be super close. Hopefully. Can't say that for certain. So let's see, what does Somedas have to do in Lost? It looks like all he's got to do is collect 14 moons, which going up top is very good for that. So just has to get the 14 moons with 20 regional coins, and 15 are in his route already, so yeah, not much extra due for him at all. So yeah. As entering Night Metro, it looks like Az will have an any % Metro except for the private room. So he'll probably substitute, well, I don't believe Az does the bullet building route in his any % runs, but assuming he were doing the bullet building route, he'd substitute slots for notes in the private room. Somedas struggling a little bit with the Cloud Luigi art. Thankfully getting it. Gonna lose a little bit of time there, but nothing too drastic. Does need 800 coins to buy 4 of the yellow coin pot costume sets by Metro. So, as working his way through the City Hall, as Somedas is entering Lost. Not getting sniped by the fly, always a good thing. I actually have never seen that happen before, but it looks very possible, and the meme part of me wants to see it just because it would be funny, but at the same time, that would lose a whole lot of time, so I don't want to see it in that respect. But just imagine you accidentally aggro a fly and you're just doing the blind jump and then boom, it hits you in midair. That would just be the stinkiest time loss ever. But yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Did I wait, let me check chat. Okay, yep, somebody called me out on that. Never mind. Okay, yeah. Az needs 10 moons from sub-areas in Metro. I completely missed that. Yep. So, come on, Neo. I actually do appreciate you calling me out on that, but I completely missed that that is going to be necessary for him to move on in this board. So, oops. But yeah, probably needs to get private room and 10 sub-area rooms in Metro. Completely missed that. So Somedas needs 5 more purple coins and Lost. as working his way through Day Metro. Going for a scoot clip. Good setup, yep, that'll work. Now probably gonna go right to the rotating maze. Not the rotating maze. Wait, is this the rotating? This is the rotating maze. Yes, I was right. Alright, cool. Well, I don't know whether he's gonna go for the Cappy clips, but definitely a possibility. Nope, doesn't look like it. Just gonna work his way through the maze quickly with the inside. Ooh. Trusting Cappy a lot there to actually home in on the shard and not just completely destroy his hopes and dreams like he often does, like Cappy often does, but thankfully working out this time. And now I'm gonna throw Cappy into this piranha's mouth, shake the controller, and boom! Pretty cool strat. Cappy just launching himself into that shard and now spawning the moon. And Mario's on his way out. Here we go. Working his way through the maze. There's moon 1, and then can just cap dive, cap bounce dive, cap dive, and then there we go, add the sub area. So probably gonna warp out now. Now going into the private room. I'm gonna be going one moon over on his requirement here, but because he does need quite a few more sub-area moons, but should be fine. I'm not gonna lose too much time from that. However, Somedas exiting Lost already. I missed whether he bought the outfits, unfortunately. Can somebody in chat remind me, assuming they noticed? I assume he bought the sticker because it looked like he only had 10, and that's less than what he had beforehand. And he also marked the 15 moons lost square, so he definitely at least got the sticker. Technically, he did not need the outfit there. He can just buy four yellow coin outfits and the Metro purple coin outfit to get his 8. But yeah, this is shaping up to be really close. I'd actually, despite what I said earlier about Az being ahead, I must have completely misjudged because Az does still need to go to finish off all of these sub areas, go back to Cloud and do picture match, and then go to Seaside. Or he could potentially swap those order, but still, he does have a lot left to do. Entering the Dino sub-area. For some reason, an unpopular sub-area, despite being very valuable with 6 purple coins that are completely free to get, as avoiding them because there's no need for them, but, and there's, this sub-area just has a ton of value. There are 6 purple coins. It's potentially the most consistent sub-area in the entire game. It's practically impossible to mess this one up, assuming you've done it a couple times before and know where the secret moon is and what path to take in order to grab the purple coins. It's just one of the most consistent in the game and not that slow by any means, so definitely a good choice if you're going for 10 sub-areas in Metro. So far Az has gotten the private room, bullet building, the Dino sub-area, and rotating maze, and now he needs people room, and then I mentioned private room as a sub-area. It is not a sub-area, my mistake. I should have clarified that, but he will need to go into here, and then probably going to get the rocket sub-area. There was a faster cycle for this sub-area discovered, so we might be in for a treat in seeing that, but it is pretty tough. Requires a lot of camera manip, so wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't go for it yet. But yeah, I'm confused as to how I miscounted the moon so bad, but apparently he is going to be completely fine on the number of moons he's collected so far. But yeah, just going for the normal cycle. No surprises there. Another one of my favorite sub-areas in this game. Despite being somewhat slow, it's a lot of fun, and the movement in here, very unique. You don't see it much of anywhere else in the game. But now, just needs to get this moon and the main moon, and then he can head out, go to Cloud and or Seaside, depending on which order he picks. And Somedas only needs the 10 sub-area moons in Metro to buy his purple coin outfit from Metro and to buy the 4 yellow coin outfits. After that, he's done. Somedas starting off right away, warping up top. We're gonna look at this hint art above the dino room. Now, oh, that's cool. I'm not entirely sure why he did this, but it looks cool. Yes, definitely. Doing some Metro Koopa free running type of movement here to get over to the outfit door clip. He gets it first try. Nice. Az making his way to Seaside. This is going to be very close. Az might want to skip the Smiling Goomba. So Somedas not taking any damage in the sub area. Nicely done. Az cleaning up his 5th music note moon, and now probably going to head to the Stone Pillar Seal. Uncork that fountain and head to picture match. Looks like he'll have this one, but still going to be a very... Wow. What the heck? He's in Seaside at 41 minutes. I didn't even notice. This is one of the best Seaside finishes I've ever seen, actually. This is nuts. But anyway, Somedas now doing the Dino sub area, grabbing the purple coins. Smart decision. Does need to get the outfit and the sticker. Yeah, I think Az has this one. Just needs to make the Smiling Goomba, and then he's done. So, 2 very different yet pretty close routes, but we'll have to see. I think Az has pretty much sealed the deal on this, though. Yep, going into Cloud Kingdom now. Yeah, sub 45 minutes on a Seaside finish is very, very impressive. Only seen that a few times in this tournament, so pretty nuts. And by Seaside finish, it doesn't necessarily mean you actually end in the Seaside Kingdom. You could also end in the Snow Kingdom, and is approximately equivalent. But you can also do stuff like this at the end. Just the fact that he went to Seaside and is definitely on sub 45 pace is really impressive. But now Somedas cleaning up his last few sub-area moons in Metro. Yeah, not quite getting the cycle skip here. But it looks like we got a Smiling Goomba to finish us off, and time will be now. The time will be when he collects the moon. So it will be now 44:03 for AzHarcos. Very, very respectable Seaside finish. But yeah, that's going to do it. Az will be your 3rd place winner of the Super Mario Odyssey Triple Bingo Tournament in 2020. Congratulations to him, and we'll see if we get him in for an interview. Probably going to wait for Somedas out of respect, but if he doesn't, not a huge deal. But yeah, GG's. Yeah, Somedas just gonna have to go to the shop now. Buying the... Wait. Oh, needs a few more purple coins, actually. Doesn't have enough coins for the sticker right now. Needs one more purple coin. One more. So close. Could just take the pylon right there, or not. Okay, no big deal. Alright, yep. There we go. Now can afford the... Now can afford sticker, and then you're gonna go into the main shop, buy his 8 outfits. The rest of his 8 outfits, gonna get the 4 yellow coins, and then that'll be time. Time will end when he purchases, when he clicks A on the final purchase. One more set, and that is time. 46.51 for Somedas. Again, pretty good time. Anything under sub 50 is pretty good for bingo, for triple bingo. So definitely respectable. We'll mark him as done and see if we can get these guys in for an interview. GG's to both of them, and yeah. Hello.
Hello.
How are those matches? Round 2 looked a little hard to keep track of, but other than that, you played really well today.
That was a sick match. All of the matches were pretty close, and the fact that we got a 3-match race again, it's just perfect. And I'm really happy with my last one. That was definitely the best for me out of all 3.
Yeah, that 44 for a seaside finish is pretty dang good.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. Perfect round to finish up with.
Yeah, round 1, I forget exactly what your route was there, but it looked like a really messy board. Had a lot to do, and it was a snow finish?
Yeah, I ended in snow, and Somedas did as well, I think.
Yeah, that was a tough one to route as well. The first and third rounds had really complicated boards.
Second also wasn't easy. There was also
true
a few decisions to be made.
Yeah, just the second one you only had 4 lines really to choose from. The 3 you did, and then the choosing between column 4 and column 5. But hello, Somedas. How are you?
Okay, hi. I'm usually kind of low, so if I'm low right now, maybe put me a bit higher.
Alright. I'm not sure I can adjust that, but yeah.
Sure, yeah, whoever can adjust it. I don't know if you can hear me fine, then don't worry about it.
Yeah, I can hear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
GG's.
Yeah, GG AZ. That was, if I hadn't made the mistake of like re-entering the shop like 4 times, it would have been like a minute apart. It would have been a cool match.
Wait, which shop?
The metro shop. I kept entering with not enough purples.
Oh.
But
Oh, damn.
yeah. I'm glad I got a win. Pretty cool. That's about it.
Yeah, you definitely played the second round better.
Yeah.
Probably both routing wise and execution.
I mean, my gameplay for this try was actually pretty good. My routing as well. And I'm upset I chose the slower route because I played super well. But yeah.
Yeah, the third was also my cleanest one. I only took one death, I think, and no major mistakes. The second one was really messy because I had to keep track of so much, and I had to go back and forth all over the kingdoms, and just really messy.
Definitely really hard.
The second one had like max 8 bits, almost max 8 bits, and max shards, almost max 8 bits, and so many purples. So
yeah,
that one's definitely really hard to track.
But yeah, that was a nice match.
Congrats on the third place.
Yeah, thanks.
I'm happy I got so far. Happy all the matches were pretty fun. Best of threes are definitely exhausting, but they're fun. But you know.
Yeah, 3 bingos in a row is definitely hurting your brain a bit.
Yeah, the fact you guys played so well in the last one's really impressive.
Yeah.
It was pretty close, the closest to any percent we had, and that always helps me.
Definitely the closest competitor I've had, like when it comes to skill. Like, all the matches were a few minutes apart. We played relatively like the same. Like the third one we played pretty well. The second one we didn't play. I mean the first one we didn't play as well, but we still close.
Yeah.
Kept me on my toes the entire match.
Yeah, me too. Even in the third match, I realized pretty quickly that you would probably finish in Metro, so I wasn't sure if I was even ahead.
Yeah, you know, I thought you were doing row 3, and you were gonna enter Wooded through the painting and finish your 20. I mean, you already had 24 moons, so that's why I didn't think you'd do that. But I thought you would re-enter Wooded and do Peace from the painting, like you do in.
Oh, I see.
That would have been pretty cool. But I don't know.
Well, yeah. I did want to ask for this board in particular. There's a lot of viable rose columns. Agron pointed out for Az's route, top left, bottom right is also a really good option. And then Somedas, you could have done row 5 instead of column 5. Some people in chat are pointing out. But how do you guys feel about your routes, and when did you decide on them? Because I think they're really good, honestly. I don't know if I'd change.
I think I just saw the early finish, and it wasn't horrible. And like you said, there's a lot of viable ones, so it definitely made sense somewhat. So maybe it was
pretty much only considering seaside routes because the earliest finish was 10 moons Metro, 10 sub-area moons Metro, and I went back and forth with my lines till the end of Cascade. I was considering row 4, and as you said, top left, bottom right. And yeah, then I just decided I got rid of both the shop objectives and also got rid of the 24 moons wooded because in the previous match I spent so much time in wooded and sand.
Yeah, you left sand at the 26-minute mark, which was really nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, the main thing that I guess the top left, bottom right has over row 2 is just not having to do picture match, but...
Exactly.
Yeah. So 8 extra moons in wooded versus picture match. And then I think Somedas, you definitely made the correct choice in the early finish lines. The 20 moons from sub-areas is pretty time-consuming as well as the RC car.
Yeah, I saw that. I've done 20 moons early in the past, and I hate it.
Yeah.
And I also could have done BLTR. No, top left, bottom right. Instead of the column 5.
Yeah, that might just saving time with the stickers. Easier to buy stuff, I guess.
And
then also you can get 5.
Combine the hats with the full costume sets. And no 14 lost. Maybe.
Alright, well, yeah. Well, GG's to you guys. Do you have anything else to say, shoutouts and stuff, before we head off?
Yeah, shoutouts to BP for coming in clutch with the commentary. You literally signed up 10 minutes before the match started, so thanks for that. And also solo commentating 3 bingos in a row.
Thank you. I did my best. I hope it was bearable for you guys.
And of course, thanks to everyone involved in this tournament, the admins, speed gaming staff. It was really fun. Great tournament.
Definitely. And Somedas, anything else?
Follow both of us. We're both starting to like kind of stream with Mike and interacting. You know, I think we both appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely hit both of the runners up with follows as well. Neo posted their respective Twitch links in chat. But yeah, be sure to give them a follow. I know I'll be doing some more darker side once this tournament's over, and then also a little bit more any percent grind. Don't know about you guys, but
yeah, just some categories.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do some college after this is over. I have some work to catch up on.
Yeah. Well, yeah, GG's to you guys. That's gonna about do it. Be sure to follow Speed Gaming. Plenty of tournaments still going on. We got the grand finals for this tournament tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern time. Be sure to stay tuned for that. Also, keep in touch for some other tournaments, such as the Super Mario Galaxy 2, the Beat the Record for Bite the Bullets, etc., etc. But yeah, follow all the Speed Gaming channels, and we'll see you guys in the next one. See you guys.
Bye-bye.